Coming up on QUTV News this week, we'll tell you why one student spends his time in a police station.
Being overweight is not only harming your health, but also your paychecks. The nation spends billions of dollars each year to combat obesity. We'll tell you what your local health department is doing to motivate residents.
And we have the latest information regarding a tuition increase that'll impact you. Hello and welcome to QUTV News this week. I'm Adam Meyer.
And I'm Quincy Feeney.
We just learned that Quincy University is increasing its tuition for the 2019-2020 academic year.
The tuition is all-inclusive. QU administrators say the change will provide a better educational experience for students. Students used to have to pay several different types of academic fees. Now they'll just have to pay one.
By having everything included in tuition and having that as part of our stated policy, students will be able to use more of their outside funding to support their education here.
Included in the tuition increase is money for the newly created Quest Fund. Starting next year, full-time students can apply for grants to help cover costs related to leadership opportunities. The Board of Trustees supports the change. You can find out more information by visiting the Quest Center and the SSC.
College students have enough to worry about, and buying textbooks should not be one of them. The all-inclusive tuition plan has money in it for books. Now QUTV's Taylor King explains what the university is doing to help you out.
Quincy University has a new textbook program to make the textbook search easier. Students will have money for their textbooks through the university. Finding textbooks online would be a struggle, or even through the bookstore. Students halfway through the semester would still not even have their books.
Thing you have to worry about when you get here, and if it's already included, then you don't have to worry about going in and buying it.
Online textbooks will also be through the same system, so there won't be multiple sites to log into. In the past, students have had to find their own textbooks, but now things are changing next fall. The university is confident that this will change the atmosphere on how students get what they need. The students of Quincy University will find the change useful and the process stress-free.
I think it would be beneficial for us to have it included in our fees because it's one less thing that we have to worry about as college kids.
The university hopes that this will help the students feel less stress when it comes to finding their textbooks on time. Taylor King, QUTV News, Quincy.
If you have questions about how this impacts your tuition bill, contact the Student Success Center.
What does it take to be a leader? The Quincy community participated in a global event focused on leadership and growing the Quest Fund. The Hall of Fame room transformed into a host site for Leadercast women. Broadcasted worldwide, 9 influential women shared their journeys to becoming leaders. The theme centered around the idea of leading yourself first in order to better lead others. Those who were there felt inspired.
Being here today, it's pushing me even forward, dang, I really want to be something in life. I really want to be a spokesperson. I really just want to be really important, and I just want to share my experiences out to the world just like they're doing.
Organizers also gave away empowering books about women. Macy's gift cards were also awarded to a select few winners. The money raised by this event goes toward the new Quest Fund. Well, one QU senior spends his Friday nights in a police car, but it's not what you think. He actually wants to be there. Here's a story of why internships are so important. Carl Hirsch knows exactly what he wants to do.
I'm applying with the Fort Lauderdale Police Department, and I'm definitely hoping to get hired as soon as possible.
To get there, Carl is interning at the Quincy Police Department.
Riding with officers the whole time, it's a great experience for you. You really get to pick the minds of some of the guys who have been here for a long time.
Carl hopes this helps him land a job quickly.
This experience with the Quincy Police Department is going to be able to set me apart from other applicants.
He fits this in while majoring in criminal justice and being a pitcher for the baseball team.
You have to work as a team, you have to work as a unit, which in really any single job you can think of is going to be required.
He recently joined the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, hoping to eventually get into union work with police officers.
A union worker would represent the police officer, whatever it is, and the Student Athletic Advisory Committee represents the sport you're from. So hopefully that'll give me a little bit of an edge into that field as well.
This all will help supplement Carl's resume and get him a job faster.
No matter what field you're doing, an internship is a foot in the door, so to speak, especially if you're applying to the job that you've interned at, you have that much more of a chance to get that job.
You should have some sort of job experience and community service. David also says to have someone check over your resume. If you're not sure where to go to build your resume or to find an internship, you can go to the Quest Center, like Carl did. Internships can give students experiences they wouldn't have otherwise.
But I couldn't have picked a better department to do it with. The people, the men and women of the Quincy Police Department are just so above and beyond what I think a community should want their police officers to be.
If you are interested in applying for an internship, visit the Quest Center located in the SSC.
Practice makes perfect, and athletes at QU are required to practice more than just their sports. The university requires student athletes to complete a certain amount of study hours each week. Required study hours vary from each athletic team, but the amount of times the athletes are putting in is quite surprising. The expected hours vary between an athlete's GPA. Incoming freshmen and transfer athletes need at least 10 hours each week.
Even though I'm a junior, since I'm a transfer student, I'm required the same amount of study table hours, which are 10 that the freshman would be required, no matter the GPA that I had coming in from my previous school. It may become repetitive throughout the season and throughout the year, but it helps me become acclimated to the Quincy University environment, which is overall really good.
Student athletes' performance in the classroom increases to their study hours. The teams with more required hours tend to benefit by reaching their overall team GPA goals at the end of the year.
Up next, find out what weird food combination you wanted us to try and wait until you see our reaction.
Plus, we have details surrounding what famous rapper is saying about social media. Listen to this.
And when someone tries to tell me what to do, tries to tell me what I can wear and not wear, I feel like they're touching my brain.
An oncologist is a cancer doctor. An MRI is a magnetic resonance imaging. Neuroblastoma is a cancer that mostly affects kids.
Do the kids in your grade know these words?
Probably not.
Why do you?
I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, but I don't have cancer anymore, and so...
Wait a minute, are you cancer-free?
Yeah.
Serving the nation's poor and vulnerable regardless of faith, and advocating on their behalf, we are Catholic Charities.
Welcome back, and joining us now for our Social Media Minute is QUTV's Madison Badgley.
Thanks for joining us, Madison. What can you tell us about our social media standings so far?
When you asked what weird food combinations you heard of, the most popular answer was peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich. The QUTV staff took that challenge on head and put it on a Facebook Live video, and let's take a look.
I think I had in the house, then yeah, I would make it.
One yes. Adam?
I'm going to take another bite. Come back to me.
No. Probably not, but I didn't put that much mayonnaise on it, so.
Yeah, it's a no for me right now.
I'm pleasantly surprised it's not bad.
What do you want us to try next? Lisa Meyer thinks that we should try have a hot pepper challenge. Get on Facebook and let us know what you want us to try next. Remember to follow us on QUTV and all our platforms. That's it for your Social Media Minute.
And speaking of social media, Kanye West is active again. After deleting his Twitter and Instagram accounts not so long ago, the controversial rapper shared a series of videos on Twitter he captioned "Mind Control." The last video features over 9 minutes of West giving his opinion on many issues, one being the role that he thinks that social media is playing in mind control. Listen to this.
People trying to control us and say that we make us all monolithic thought, and they're trying to control our mind. They're trying to control my mind. And when someone tries to tell me what to do, tries to tell me what I can wear and not wear, I feel like they're touching my brain.
West has been criticized for reporting President Trump and his comments during a meeting in the Oval Office earlier this month. Now the fear of gaining the freshman 15 may be more real than ever before. Over 70% of Americans are considered obese or overweight. QUTV's Abigail Moore reports how Quincy Adams County is impacting this number.
According to a study on 247wallstreet.com, Adams County is the most obese county of 102 counties in Illinois. With a 37% obesity rate, it's above the state average of 29.4%. This is a tangible statistic for those who distribute and sell clothing to people around the area.
We do a lot more 2X, 3X, 4X, 5X, and 6X now than we ever did.
Vendors have also had to adjust to carrying larger and taller sizes to fit the needs of the area consumers.
Without the big sizes and without the tall sizes, they don't get in order, so they have to carry them.
The study also found that 24.4% of Adams County does not exercise. One of the leading causes to obesity is an unhealthy diet, but not only that, portion control. Serving sizes are supposed to be here, but now they're here, 2 to 3 times larger than what they're supposed to be. Along with no exercise, this combination can be detrimental to overall health.
When you're overweight, it just drives all of those risks up for heart attack, stroke, diabetes, high blood pressure.
The key is to start small and make your goals achievable.
You can just bit by bit every day, maybe just go out for a walk, not only a short walk around the block, or start eating particular things every day in your diet that you can incorporate.
Abigail Moore, QUTV News, Quincy.
To beat the statistic, the Adams County Health Department started a program to initiate healthier lifestyles within the community. The program is called 5201, or 10, excuse me, Let's Go, encouraging more physical activity and less screen time.
All right, admit it, you've already eaten fast food recently. According to a new study by the Center for Disease Control, more than 1/3 of all Americans ate fast food today, and yesterday, and the day before that. Every day, almost 85 million Americans eat fast food. This study actually found the more money you make, the more likely you are to eat out. Researchers also discovered fast food consumption tends to decrease with age. Americans tend to eat out most for lunch and least for breakfast. Experts continue to warn fast food is often high in sodium and calories while low in nutritional value. It's linked to obesity, heart disease, and diabetes.
Beer comes in lots of shapes and sizes. There's a 6-pack, the case, and even bottles. But Anheuser-Busch is going with a really big on its Natty Light. Natural Light. For a limited time, it's offering a 77-pack. Yes, you heard it right, 77 cans of beer. Natty Light announced the new pack, which is a hexagon-shaped box, on Twitter, saying it's a, quote, nod to the year of our creation, 1977. For now, it's only being offered in College Park, Maryland. The 77-pack contains over 7,000 calories and weighs 60 pounds. Now, how much does it cost? Well, only around $30.
They say everything in moderation, but a new study found that that may not be true when it comes to drinking alcohol. According to the World Health Organization, more than 3 million people died from drinking alcohol in 2016. The largest cause of death, 28%, was due to injuries. This was followed by 21% of death due to digestive disorders and 19% due to heart disease. More men than women have died due to these alcohol-related issues. A recently published study found no amount of alcohol is good for you. This goes against the long-held belief that moderate drinking has health benefits. Health problems associated with drinking are considered a public health priority, but the newest report predicts people will continue drinking alcohol despite these facts.
The CEO Club needs your help, and the annual Haunted House at North Campus is happening next weekend. CEO members are looking for volunteers to be actors in the Haunted House. Now they are also giving out cash awards for whatever program contributes the most volunteers. First place will receive $500 as a cash prize, while second place will receive $250 and third place receives $100. The sign-up sheet is on the bulletin board in front of the School of Business. And after the break, we'll show you how to enjoy some much-needed rest and relaxation, and how it's right here in Quincy.
And stick around for your weekend weather forecast, all next.
It isn't a building. It isn't an arena or field. It isn't a classroom. It's a friendship. It's the bonds you form. It's an opportunity. It's the experience. It's a Q thing. Schedule your visit today.
Nearly 3 million Americans served in Vietnam, and more than 58,000 have their names inscribed on the wall, those that paid the ultimate price in service to America. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund, the organization that built the wall, works to ensure the legacies of those who sacrificed all for our country are never forgotten. I'm asking you to help keep the promise the wall was built on. Never forget. Visit vvmf.org to find out how you can get involved.
Every year, 30,000 elephants are killed by poachers. 8 million tons of plastic is dumped into the ocean, and 18 million acres of forest disappear. And with them, many of the remarkable animals that share our planet. These animals need our help. Their very survival depends on our ability to protect them. Zoos and aquariums are on the front lines of wildlife conservation and inspire environmental stewardship amongst the millions of families that visit every year. And know that zoos and aquariums that have earned the Humane Certified Seal of Approval from American Humane will not give up until every species has a fighting chance for survival. Find out more and help protect and preserve the amazing creatures that share our world.
With the hustle and bustle of your busy schedules, do you ever just take time to tune out the world? The Quincy Art Center placed these sun boxes around a field. Powered by the sun, pre-recorded guitar notes are sounded together to make a B-flat chord. The artists hope the boxes will allow you to slow down, relax, and take in the nature around you. If you missed the display, the sun boxes are traveling around Quincy until the end of the month. For a full list of where you can find these sun boxes, visit quincyartcenter.org. Well, it feels like we skipped fall and went directly into winter.
Yeah, I agree, Adam. QUTV's Abigail Moore is here with us, so can you tell us if we should get our winter coats out, or can we leave out the flip-flops and shorts for a little longer?
Yeah, you're gonna want to leave out your coat. So it's definitely sweater weather, and we're gonna take a look at our forecast so you can get a better idea of that. For the past week and a half, we've been experiencing cold temperatures, but I promise they will only get colder as the winter months continue on. And you'll see that in our weekend forecast this weekend and also our 7-day outlook. Right now it is 57 degrees outside, completely sunny, clear skies. It feels like 56, so just a 1 degree difference. We have our wind coming in from the south at 8 miles an hour and humidity at only 38%. Right now, our tri-state area is seeing only 50-degree temperatures. Our Gem City at 57 degrees, the highest of this list, and our Windy City at the lowest at 54 degrees, along with Macomb. So as you can see, no 60-degree weather right now this week, hopefully next week, as we'll take a look at our 7-day forecast. Our satellite radar, as you can see, starting at about 12 noon, we have rain coming in from the south, coming all the way up, affecting Texas, Arizona, Oklahoma, but not affecting Illinois, not affecting our tri-state area. So we will not be seeing that rain, the clouds. We will be seeing partly cloudy skies, but not what will come with this rainstorm. And up next, we can see our East Coast current temperatures. You can see here in the southeast, here in Miami, New Orleans, and also Atlanta, where they're seeing some very mild temperatures, not what we are experiencing here in the Midwest, where there are very cold, chilly, low, windy temperatures. So they're seeing some very mild, high temperatures, and they will soon see the impacts of the cold as the winter months roll around. Our 24-hour temperature change, as you can see, St. Louis has been affected 27 degrees lower than it has been. Chicago has gone down 2, Des Moines has gone up 8, but over here on my west coast, you can see North Platte, Denver, and Garden City have all gone up, and that is different from what it was last week where they all went down. Various temperatures. Last week they went down about 50 degrees, 40 degrees, so they're seeing some very high temperatures. Our 3-day forecast today, Thursday, clear skies, but we'll see an increase in those clouds tonight, which will affect tomorrow, Friday, cloudy, but we'll see a 30% chance of rain between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Friday, like I said, but we'll be seeing those winds increase from about 8 miles an hour to 15 miles an hour, and on Friday it could even get up to 24 miles an hour, which will carry on to our Saturday. It'll be very gusty winds, 58 degrees as a high and 30 as a low. If you can imagine winds getting up to 16 miles an hour, between 16 and 21 miles an hour. And the winds could even get up to 32. So put that in combination with your low of 30 degrees, and that will be very cold. Not a great combination. So if you're going out on Saturday, you're going to the football game, you're going to be working, go ahead and bundle up, wear your big coat because you're going to need it. On Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday next week, you can see it's partly cloudy skies and sunny. Not too concerned about the clouds. I'm more concerned about the wind that's coming our way, especially on Saturday if you're going out, if you're hanging out with people outside. So it's definitely a smart idea to wear something, you know, a sweater or coat.
Yeah,
outside.
I'm definitely not looking forward to that Saturday weather. Well, thank you for the update, Abigail.
Now coming up, find out which player left their mark on QU.
Taylor King joins us next with the latest in sports.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Idle hands. They say they're the devil's workshop. Easy targets. Quick to kill time. But give idle hands something to do, a place to go, a purpose. And they're capable of amazing things.
Welcome back. Fall sports are coming to a close in the next few weeks.
But teams are coming out strong towards the end of their seasons. Taylor King joins us now with the latest in sports.
Thanks, Adam.
Hawk sports are heating up, but the weather grows colder. We are dead center in the football season, and the Rock has been very busy. University of Indianapolis reached the end zone early in Saturday's game to lead the Hawks 7-0. Andrew Runn tied the game with 1-yard touchdown run with just 3 minutes left in the first quarter. The Greyhounds scored 28 more unanswered points in the Hawks' 37-7 loss. Throughout the Hawks' loss, a record was broken for the first time in 19 years. Senior Cody Leonard holds the new record of 189 solo tackles after taking on 8 during Saturday's game. Leonard bested the previous record of 187 total tackles held by Cliff Frug during his 1996-99 career. The women's volleyball team competed in the Midwest Regional Crossover Tournament this past weekend in Indianapolis. The Hawks swept the tournament with 3 straight wins, defeating Purdue Northwest, Kentucky Wesleyan, and Trevecca Nazarene. Congrats to the women's volleyball team for such a successful weekend. And a special congrats to junior setter Sarah Rathbun. She passed 2,000 assists while competing in the Midwest Regional Crossover Tournament. The men's soccer team traveled to William Jewell last Friday. Freshman Kingsford Ajay kicked a pair of goals while Anthony Cristante recorded his first goal of the season in the Hawks' 3-2 win over the Cardinals. The team was back in action at Drury University on Sunday. The beginning of the men's soccer game was silent until GLVC top soccer scorer Aubrey Reese kicked a pair of goals in the team's 2-1 win over the Panthers. Reese has recorded a total of 15 goals this season. The women's soccer team picked up 2 wins this weekend as well. Lauren Crane and Alex Severino each scored a goal in the Hawks' 2-0 win over William Jewell. Women's soccer picked up their second win against Drury on Sunday. Maddie Bauer and Lauren Crane each scored a pair of goals, while Grace Hilbing and Abby Polium scored 1 each in the Hawks' 6-0 win over the Panthers. Women's volleyball added a new member to their team this season. Here's what she says about adjusting to the life in the Midwest. The Quincy University women's volleyball team has a very unique member. Maddie McEwen comes all the way from Alaska. She is a junior transfer and is majoring in marketing. She started off playing volleyball in Prescott, Arizona at Yavapai College to restart the recruiting process, then landed here at QU. Her teammates and roommates just adore her.
I'm really glad that Maddie came here to QU. She's a great teammate and a friend to have here.
Friends, family, and traveling are a big part of her life. Beautiful scenery is just in her backyard. There's a lot of differences from living in the Midwest than in Alaska.
I think the major differences living here to Alaska is how flat it is. That sounds stupid, but it's really cool, like being able to see for like miles here. It's just different. It's not. I don't think it's like any better or worse. The mountains are like really high where I'm from. Also, being able to drive anywhere here is pretty cool. You can drive to like bigger cities.
Maddie is excited about her last 2 years of college. Her transition here has been easier than she had thought. If you want to learn more about Maddie and her adventures in Alaska, read her full story on QUmedia.net. A new show is broadcast live from the Rock before home football games. QU Game Day features QU students Will Connerly and Shane Halsey on the desk with game previews. And a weekly interview with head coach Gary Bass. Tune in to GLVC Sports Network this Saturday or stop by their live location at the Rock. You can see the anchor desk and the production equipment near the grassy hill on the northwest side of the field. Connerly and Halsey give analysts of the game and players a few hours before kickoff. And that's a wrap for sports.
Coming up, it's out with the old and in with the new for QU.
We'll tell you why the university is sprucing up campus when we come back.
Your future is looking pretty good because there's still time to get the affordable quality education you really want at Quincy University. Choose from more than 40 different majors, and 98% of our students get financial aid. Plus, great academic scholarships are available. Apply online for free at quincy.edu.
Or call me,
It's not too late to get an affordable, quality education close to home.
Come explore Quincy University.
Every year, tens of thousands of young people experience homelessness. If you or someone you know needs help, 1-800-RUNAWAY can provide support and connect you to the right resources. Together, we can end youth homelessness.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
San Jude nos ha dado todo. Nos está dando la salud de nuestra princesa. Y sin pagar nada.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus, and so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
Quincy University's campus looks a little brighter now. New banners hanging around campus showcase the university's rebranding effort. This is the first step to cycle out all signs containing the old QU logo. The first 42 banners are hanging around on light poles around Francis Hall. Eventually, they will be seen all across Main and North Campus. These new banners feature a fresh new look with multiple themes ranging from sports, education, spirituality, and community. The university hopes to expand its new design all across campus throughout the year.
You know, I was saying that they needed a new updating, and I swear 2 days later they were there. So it looks really nice on campus.
I have to agree. It looks great. I'm so glad that they did that.
Yeah, it really gives it a new look. Well, thank you for joining us on QUTV News this week. For Taylor and Abigail, I'm Quincy Feeney.
And I'm Adam Meyer. Now be sure to follow us on social media for the latest campus updates. See you next week.